Alright, we're going to mount this tire here. So first thing we're going to do is take this little plunger. I don't know what this thing's actually called. Anyone knows? Put it in the comments section. A little plunger air valve thing that's in the middle of the valve stem. I feel like there's probably a technical term for it. I don't know what that technical term is. Put that in a safe location. Loosen up this weird tire clamp thingamajigger here. Try your 12 millimeter. There we go. All right, I have to sit down on the ground with this because this is about the only way this really works. If you have a large table, that works too. Make sure you take the nut off the valve stem. Boop, 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 boop. All right. From here, these front ones are fairly easy. It's kind of like doing a bicycle tire. Flip the first one off. Don't smash your fingers while you're doing it, but once you get it going, this goes pretty easily. You got the little hook there on the end of your tire spoon. Hook that underneath and just roll it forward. When you buy tire spoons, buy longer ones than these ones. These ones are trash. They are too short. You get your arm day in with these. Nobody needs extra arm days. Well, you know. There we go. Once you get about halfway off, you can usually just muscle it the rest of the way. Boop, just like that. And from there, you usually reach inside and grab the tube and just pull her out. If you're having a super cheap day and you want to reuse the tube, you should probably be more careful with it. Reusing tubes never seems to end well for me, so we're putting a new tube in. Tube's out. Next, take your spoon, hook side up towards the tire. You're going to reach in there, go all the way across with it, hook the bead on the back side. See it right there? So it's hooked. Do that. I like to hook the spoons underneath the brake rotor. Kind of helps hold them in place. Careful you don't get crud on your brake rotor. Future you will not be happy with today you if you do that. Sometimes it's nice to have 3 spoons, or sometimes once you get it started, you can just muscle that sucker right off of there. Yay! Look at that. Got our weird little tire grippy thingy. Rim strip's in pretty good shape. Everything looks pretty clean. If there's a bunch of crud, mud in here, whatever, rust, you're gonna want to clean all that out. This one looks pretty good. So we're sitting in pretty good shape. So this tire's been sitting in the sun for a few hours. So first thing we're gonna do, so it's been sitting in the sun, so it should be nice and soft. A little silicone spray on there. If there is a dot on your tire, there's not a dot on this one. If there was, you'd line her up with the valve stem, but there's not. So we're gonna take that weird little shoe thing. We're gonna put that in there first. Then we're gonna walk the tire all the way around. Now this is a 21 and it's a dirt tire, Enduro tire. So this is pretty easy. If you've got a street tire, especially like a 16 or 17 inch, especially for a heavy cruiser, good luck. Not saying it's impossible, but it's gonna be a good cardio day for you. All right. Take that up off of there. take your valve stem, find your valve stem hole. There it is. Take one of the nuts off of this. We're going to leave the other one on there. Don't lose this, it'll make you angry. We're going to shove our tube up in there. Now there are little tools that you can use that thread into the center little plunger thing. And you can feed it through the hole in the rim, and then you thread it through the center little plunger and you can pull it through. If you're doing a soft enough tire at your house, you probably don't need that. Though sometimes they do, they are nice. I can usually get away with just, whoop, yeah. Well here, let's slide more of the tube in first. Then from there, usually just slide it down through like that. Where'd it go? Popped out. Whoopsies. There we go. Once you get started through there, thread the nut onto it. Doesn't have to be tight. Just get it on there by a couple threads so it holds it in place. Spin it back around the front. Walk your tube in all the way around. Careful not to twist it. Get your tube in there, up over the rim. Over the rim. Get your ass down in there. Alrighty. And once you got started, make sure your valve stem is straight. Make sure it didn't suddenly go and do that. I know that sounds like a weird thing to request, but actually now would be a good time to tighten this nut up. There we go, snugged up, cool. Peel your sticker off. There we go. Find this thing here. Make sure you don't start and end at that thing. Make sure it's at like 90 degrees to wherever you start and stop this tire at. Figure out where the spoons are. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get one in here. Trying to pinch the tube. Then we're gonna get one in here. And we're using that little finger there to hook it onto the edge of the rim. Boop, boop. It starts on like so. Then from there, should be able to just walk it the rest of the way around. All right, now we get to the hard part. Before you get this last little bit here, make sure the opposite side isn't sitting like on the bead edge. Make sure it's sitting like down into the dish of the rim, because you need that extra little bit of movement to get this bead over the outer part of the rim. If you don't have that, you're gonna be there for a long time. Now, stick your finger in there. Make sure you're not pinching the tube when you put the spoon on it. Just like that. Then we're gonna move. Take that out of there. Stick your finger in there again. Oop, too big of a bite. There you go. Sometimes we get close, you can, yep, there we go, just roll her back in just like that. All right. Now we're gonna put some air in it. Oh, nope, we're gonna tighten this thing up first. Sorry, almost forgot about that part. Tighten this thing up. It's a little tire grippy thing. Just make that snug. Don't tighten it up too much yet. Tube strips tight. All right, get your compressed air line over here. All right, put some air in it. Now you can tighten this thing up. Listen, no leaks. All right, of course from there, check it with the tire gauge, fill it up to 75 to 90% of the manufacturer's recommended PSI. And this is 40, so we're gonna put 36 PSI in this thing. Here's a tip though. I'm actually not going to fill this up yet. I'm just gonna leave it be a little bit while I put the tire on. It's got some air in it now. Then once I get it all mounted in place, I'll then fill it up all the way. I do that just in hopes that if the tube is slightly twisted or something, it relaxes itself in place in the meantime. Does it actually matter? I don't know. Do I do it anyways? Yep. That's all I got.